Hi, I want to talk about marketing today. I had a couple thoughts about it as I was driving home from a marketing seminar that I was at all day today. But before I go into that, I'd actually like to take a breath, and I'd love for you to do the same with me. And then in your mind's eye, and you can do this with either your eyes open or your eyes closed, I'd like you to just start painting a space for yourself, a physical space, an environment. It could be a building, or it could be an open space, it could be indoors, it could be outdoors. And just look around you and see what you see. And look down and see what's beneath your feet. And look up above your head. And what do you notice as you look up? And how does the air feel against your skin? And how does it smell as you breathe it in? And then imagine that this space that you've just created in your mind, imagine that every little blade of grass, or every stone or brick or piece of wood that the building is made out of, that each one of those is a piece of work that you've put out into the world. Every time that you've had a thought or an idea and you've put it out into the world, whether it was via a song or a dance or a blog post or a talk that you did or just a conversation with a friend or a client. Each time you spoke or acted something out into the world is another little piece that creates this space. And once you have continued, as you continue to create this space, it becomes more and more eloquent, and the detail fills in, and it becomes more and more beautiful, and you shape it to your liking. It becomes your creation that's made up of all these smaller creations. And then people around you start noticing. They say, oh my gosh, that is a beautiful space that this person has created. And just like I just moved into a new home and I brought my cats into it, and they explored every little tiny crevice of it. They went and they checked out under the bed, and they looked in every corner, and they crawled into all the closets, and they wanted to know everything about this new space that they were so curious about. And people are animals too. We're not that different from cats or dogs. And so when somebody sees this space that you've created with your work, if it's a space that's appealing to them, they're going to get curious about it. And if you have just created a beautiful open space that invites people in, and then sometimes maybe you even actually invite people in, you say, I think so-and-so might really love to get to know this space. They might find it really beautiful. People start coming into your space, and they start exploring, and they start getting curious, and they say, oh, I wonder what's over there behind that door, or oh, I wonder, that tree is really beautiful. I would love to go explore it more intimately, and I want to know the detail and the richness of this space that you've created. And so instead of marketing being a thing where you or I are putting our work out into the world in an attempt to try to get somebody to try to hook somebody in and bring them into our program or onto our mailing list or into a coaching contract. What if the marketing that we did was just an open, inviting space that allowed people to get curious and learn more about us, learn more about themselves at the same time? I wonder what might happen if we all approached our marketing that way, and if we all approached our process of creation and of networking and connection that way. So I'm going to be with that idea for a little bit, and I would love to hear what you think about the idea, what kind of space you've been creating. Thanks.